Tonight we have a new Let's Talk About It late night edition, but first.
Coming through.
What's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. I want to welcome you to my studio. It's Let's Talk About It. It's a late night edition. I was catching up with Gary B and K-pop over on his channel. If you didn't check that out, make sure to check it out on the rewind. I will give you a heads up right now. Chat may be a little slow tonight. There is going to be no lovely Miss Angel. Now listen, let me explain to you one thing. I know that she's the show. I know that there's no reason why anybody wants to come and see me talk about anything. All right. Suffered an injury. She's okay. There was a minor collision. She suffered some whiplash, going through some neck issues. She is still out of town. Normally she would check in on the phone, but she definitely was not up for tonight. So there will be no Angel. There is no lovely Angel on Let's Talk About It tonight. So that being said, all those who aren't going to stay with me, clear the fuck out now. Just clear out. I don't give a shit. This is my show tonight. We're going to do how I want to. And speaking of which...
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk About It with Angel and Remy Q Studio. Hey, do you like art? Do you want to see a comic book with a pussy on the cover? Oh my.
Anyways, I did have some toys I wanted to show today as well. I've been trying to work on getting a couple different shorts filmed that had some toys. I've got some of the Marvel Legends. I've got a bunch of the McFarlane toys. I was going to show some of the McFarlane toys today. Again, I'm trying to get the shorts figured out as far as the style that I want to do. Make sure that everything's good on that, because I didn't want to just push something out there. And I'll be honest with you, I've been under the weather for a few days now. I feel horrible. Can't breathe through my face. This thing is no good. That's a mess. So I recorded something earlier today with my son Alistair. He's 6 years old. All right. Now he's a fan of comic characters, and we were talking today. He has never seen the 1978 Superman, and I was like, "We're gonna fix this today. Like, we're gonna fix this right now today. This is going down." So I recorded like an hour, 20 minutes of this thing. Now I chopped it down to about 15 minutes. All right. And it's wonderful. It's a lot of oohs and ahs. Didn't have the mic set up properly. So the audio is subpar. I think I'm gonna add some subtitles to it. Again, it's a small clip. But I may try to release that tomorrow, because I don't know if anybody else can recall the first time they saw the original Superman. Well, I'm going to say the original Superman movie, but Christopher Reeve's Superman movie. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Like that was life changing, right? Like everybody remembers that. It's like Michael Keaton's Batman. Like there's something about that, and as weird as the Batman movies developed, from the 80s into the 90s and kind of like moving onward, something about that first Batman, or even the second Batman, I was like, damn, man, that was so freaking good. So anyway, so we watched Christopher Reeve's Superman. Watched the whole thing. I recorded the whole thing. Like I said, I edited it down to about 15 minutes. I might even chop a little more out of it. But I got to tell you, it was magical to watch. It really was. The oohs and ahs were fantastic. I didn't expect it. And so again, there's not a lot of audio to it. But you may get the picture. So stay tuned. Again, tomorrow I should release that. Maybe early in the morning. It's not going to be a premiere or anything, but I'll probably release it early in the morning. And again, make sure to check that out. Let's see who's in the chat though, and then again, I'm going to dig into some of these toys. And I'll tell you what. You know what? It's been a while since we did this. I'll even put this out there. Let me go crazy. See if anybody wants to show their penis online. Boom. Put that out there real quick. So let's say hello to chat. Phil, what's going on? How you doing? Convince Brie Larson to go to a foot doctor. Oh, nice. Nice. That would be an easy thing to do. And for those of you who don't know, yep. Let's. Oh shoot, and it jumps. Digger Jim, what's happening? Let's talk about. Yeah, we are going to talk. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Again, this is my show tonight. I got nobody judging me unless somebody gets on here and wants to judge me. Then this is going to be perfect. This is exactly how we needed tonight to go. TM, what's going on? How you doing, sir? Thank you so much for joining us. Las Cruces, hello from New Mexico. Hello, hello. I know some of the folks that are here. Again, we're over at Gary B's channel. That was a great 10-1-1. I love K-pop. I'm such a fan. Really, really enjoyed that one. So again, if you haven't watched it, make sure to go back and check that out. Mr. DJ Links. Oh shit, that's right. Oh, I think this is one of the originals too. This is the old school. This is that old school joint. You all can't get this shit anymore. But if you're looking for fantastic merch, head over to djlinks.shop. I don't even think the limited edition Remy QTs are available anymore. If they are, you better grab them while you can, because I'm pretty sure they're all gone. But DJ's got some of the best swag that you're going to be able to find anywhere, ever. What's up, Lady F? How you doing? Hello, hello. Oh, but there we go. How you doing, Marcus? Man, I missed the show the other night. I'm so sorry. I was driving. That's all. I feel like that's all I've been doing is driving back and forth. Again, Angel's out of town, so it's like she's been needing supplies, and now she's injured. So it's like, oh, I need my heating pad. I need this stuff, and it's like, oh crap. So it's like a lot of going back and forth. Again, tonight was a similar situation. I wasn't going to get back till late, and it was actually perfect because Gary B was running his show at 9. I was like, perfect. We're gonna do a late night edition. It'll be good. It'll be good. Let's see who else we have in the chats. Hey, here we go. Dr. Von Hoot. Evening, all. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Reclaiming my time. Hoot. There you go. What up, fam? It looks like that may be everybody. Hello. Oh, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Retro Rocket in the house. What's up? Anything else? Hey, C Bizzle, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us. All right, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna dig into some toys real quick. Again, I'm doing some shorts for these, and I'm gonna plug my Superman 78 movie review with my son Alistair. And we're gonna start with the Superman McFarlane. I don't know which one this is. DC Rebirth. Now this is actually, I think this is one of the first McFarlane toys that we had picked up. Now Angel had snagged this, didn't remember that she snagged it, grabbed another one, and I think she actually gave it away on the channel. So we did have that, but I picked up a few. Now this one was the box was beat up, but again, I'm gonna open it up and do a short with it. This is King Shazam. It says King Shazam, the Infected. And it's got like the alternate hands there. Pretty cool, though. Pretty cool. All right. Now, this one I think I've shown on a Legion chat before. So this is another McFarlane. It says Black Adam with cloak. Yeah, 10-1-1 was awesome. It was fantastic. Now, see, why did they do this one like this one? Hold on now. Look at this. So they picture the figurine in like this awesome pose, and then Black Adam they just put a regular. And the worst thing is, it's like a comic, but it's The Rock. So I don't know. I don't know. I didn't notice that one before. I'm a little upset about that. This one I really like. This one I really like. And some of these are, some of them are like the platinum, some are the gold. I don't know the difference in them. I'll be honest with you. So this is Dr. Fate Black Adam. This is another one that they did the comic book. Look at that though. That's a cool little figurine. Hey, party time. You're right. It is party time. And again, they have like the comic version on the back. I don't know why they would do it that way. I don't know. This one's one of my favorites here. This is Martian Manhunter. Now, this says it's a gold label collection. This one I snagged on a steal. But check this one out. And then again, back to the figurine being posed. I mean, am I the only one that like one figurine wasn't enough? You always had to have them like battle. I always had them battle. I had them battle, and then they get in some situation where they had to help each other. I had in-depth storylines, man. It was crazy. But yeah, you can't just have one. What you can do with one, like fly it around, and then it doesn't fight anybody. Nothing. That doesn't work. I mean, again, I guess I don't know. You got to have some sort of interaction with another one. Dr. Fate's Fire. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Thank you. Comic book drawing's cool though. It is cool, but maybe I'm not as familiar with the McFarlane toys, but it seems like you're going off brand. Like all the other ones have like this cool pose. Like I feel like I could achieve this pose with the figurine. Oh, does it even have the little card? Yeah, it's even got the little card in there for it. Oh, and see, this one just has the card of the thing. It's got the little card in the background there. And I'm also curious. So, like this guy has he's got other hands. But there's no. So, this is why that's dumb. There's no weapon. So, like, see how this one's got like the classic, like grip and axe hand type of deal, and then he's got the fists here. But there's nothing. There's no what? What do you? What do you put in there? Yeah, jerk off hand action. Right? What is that for? I mean, look, there's nothing down at the bottom. I'm not missing anything. It doesn't depict him on the back with like a hammer or a sword or anything. And it's the only one that has the alternate hands. It was like they had these creepy hands, and then they're like, "Oh, maybe we'll put a weapon with them." Okay, if they don't like that though, because there's no weapon, we'll give them the closed fist option. Love the Martian Manhunter, but miss picking him up. Yeah, I actually, I'll be honest, I got him for steal. steal on that one. Do you have old DC Direct one from Superman / Batman? Yeah, that's another thing that's so crazy. There's like so many variations of these. That's wild. I mean, even for the McFarlane line, it's like there's like so many different Supermen that are available. I don't know. Fits under the loincloth. Maybe. I think that's what it is. We're gonna solve this right now. We're solving this. All right, so it has a little stand. Ooh, isn't that fancy? How the hell? I mean, is it bad enough you'd have to get the box open to steal the guy? I don't know. I've already loosened the little strap thing. Am I gonna? Maybe that's why they gave him alternate hands, because you break them on the way out. All right. Have you guys ever seen somebody open a toy with a chainsaw before? Because this is some bullshit right here. I mean, what do I have? Start with the little knife. I know it's not this little rubber band thing, because I loosened that on the end. But just for the sake of argument, whoa. Whoa. That's awesome. All right. So, whoa. Yeah, why are your hands like this, sir? All right. Now this thing here is like it's like rubbery. And the spikes and everything, they're like it's like a textured rubbery. It's actually really cool. And even this little detail thing down here. So I mean, he does have a little loincloth thing. No wang. So I don't understand the whole hand situation here. What are we doing with these? And this one's like a creepy old man hand. Look at this one. Like that's like creepy old man hand. Well, I don't. Am I missing a weapon? Dude, this is awesome though. Even the hood is like it's like the hood is like squishy. It feels like you can remove it. Oh wow. Oh wow. Whoa. Next level. This thing's awesome. I don't even know. You could pose them a billion ways. This is crazy. All right. I haven't gotten to open one up and play with it yet. Very cool. No idea. No idea about the hands. How do you take the hands off? Am I gonna break this? Am I gonna break it? That's what I want to know. All right, hold on. Okay. Oh, hey, Captain Hook. All right. Now this is why this is fucking cheesy. All right. Let me stand this guy up here real quick. All right. So you have open hand with the little grippy, and then you have closed fists. Give me a break. What? Why are we doing this? This is the difference. Like, seriously? That's the difference? I feel cheesy even taking the time. Oh, well, that does make all the difference in the world. That's yeah, that's super cheese. All right, but at least now we can acknowledge that that is not made for an invisible weapon that he never was supposed to have. I feel like that's gonna break though. Cool. Hey, Nick's Kicks and Comics. What's up, brother? Ugh. Am I gonna break this by? I feel like this is not right. Is this not right? It's too. That's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. I'll be honest with you. The spikes that they have on the little hand, these little spikes, if that'll ever come into focus, when you push on the spike, it hurts. Like it's a real weapon. I feel like the action figure is kicking my ass right now. Well, this sucks. It doesn't go on there right. It's broken. Yeah. Yeah. That's the best we can do. It's kind of on there, but it's not. I don't know. See how. Look at his little weird wrist now. Damn it. I knew I'd break it. All right. Anyways, yeah, so again, stay tuned. I got a bunch of those I'm gonna be unboxing. Uh should be good. I don't know. What I missed. You didn't miss a whole lot to be honest with you. Here, you missed this.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk About It with Angel and Remy Q Studio. Hey, do you like art? Do you want to see a comic book with a pussy on the cover? Oh my.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. We talked about it at length. Yeah. This figures jerk off action Tyler. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe his specialty is he steals other people's weapons. So they figure like while you're playing with King Shazam, he's gonna steal somebody else's weapon. So he has to have that open hand grip that just fell. It's cheesy, cheesy. They're cool toys though. They are cool. I've gone through 3 of those already. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Hey, we got commentary here. I'm here for DC's Circle Jerk. Ironically, we were showing off some McFarlane toys, and I opened up King Shazam, which is awesome and not awesome. He comes with hands. He comes with fists that are closed, and then open hands that appear to hold a weapon, but no weapon. I got no weapon with my King Shazam. And so it's the only guy that had hands that you can pull off and put back on. And there's no weapon to put in the hand. Like it's just, what do I do? Do I need to grab a Masters of the Universe sword? Hold on. I got you. I got you. I got you. Here, I'm going to put this out there too, just in case anybody wants to jump in. Hold on. I got y'all. Listen, Remy Q will deliver. I know exactly. I know exactly what this guy needs. No, that's DJ Lynx. Nope. Nope. And nope. Hey, do you remember when I told you that I had exactly what he needed? I lied. Wow, that really sucks. All right. Yeah, I lied. I don't care. Thunderbolt? Maybe. Maybe. Angel is, she will not be joining us tonight. I already gave everybody a heads up. This is a lovely Miss Angel free, let's talk about it. So if you're not into it, get the hell out of here. It's for posing purposes. Yeah, but what? Like how? Like how? What posing for what? Fake tree limb? Maybe like a. No, this is a sword, man. This holds a sword or something. Look at this. Holds a sword or a hammer. Staff. Lightning staff. That's what he needs. A lightning staff. Something like that. Actual Dracula, what's up? Izzy, what's going on? How y'all doing? I like the Thunderbolt idea. That makes sense. Thunderbolt. You know? Let's see. Not into posers. I mean, great sketch show tonight. Stopping something from stabbing in the oh, maybe okay, maybe it's a defensive hand. Again, nobody else that I have, nobody else that I showed between Superman, Doctor Fate, Black Adam, Martian Manhunter. None of them had extra hands, and it wasn't depicted on the back that there was any sort of weapon or anything. Maybe one of these guys. Look, maybe he grabs the trident from Aquaman. Maybe that's what he's supposed to do. But anyways, only one that came with other hands. All these guys just have fixed fists and hands. And even this one I'm really surprised about, Dr. Fate. Because see, he's got his little whimsical thing. This thing. You think they would have had a different hand option for that? You know, like a fist and then an open hand. But no. King Shazam's the one that got the open hand. I'm not complaining though. I'm not complaining. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Let's see. McFarlane has no reason. We just yeah. Yep. All right. So, so again, stay tuned. I should have some shorts involving some of these figures coming up. Once I can figure out how we're going to stylize those. Let me put the hands in there so I don't lose them. I don't think I'll lose this guy, which again, this is awesome. Yeah, I don't think I'll lose this guy. But we'll see. Let's see here. Yeah, Dr. Von Hoot is in the house. Yeah, I need to catch up on Izzy's sketch show. I missed that tonight. I did catch some of Gary B's, but again, I was honestly I was listening to it in the car, headed back for the late night. Let's talk about it. And again, I'll put this out there. If you want to talk about anything, feel free to jump on, and or if you just want to show your dick, that's allowed too. We get a lot of views from that. Just fair warning. You want to get me the views? Show up, air out your wang a little bit, and we'll get it going. Remy, you are a bad influence. I really want some of those toys now. My wife may end me. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Again, I mean, this is the first one I've opened. This is a real deal. I mean, look, they compose like even the arm. This spins. The elbow is a single joint, but the wrist moves. The shoulder moves, and then it moves at the bicep as well. The knee has a double joint, so if you look, it bends at the knee, and then below the knee, the heel and toe can all move and twist. And then again, just the feel. It's not like this isn't plastic. It's like rubbery, and then the hood has like a rubber mesh on it, and even like these little spiky things here. It's really cool, and the detail on it's really nice too. I mean, it doesn't have fabric like a hot toy does, but it's more of a rubbery feeling than like a plastic feeling. Like even like the where the leg joints are, there's some movement there, so you can pose it. I mean, you can pose this thing a million ways, you know. And again, I feel like it's one of those because it's a McFarlane toy. They have so many. What are you into? You know, I mean, Superman, Black Adam. I mean, pick any person. You want the Flash? They probably have like 12 different Flash toys you can pick from. Find one. Just find one that's on sale. You know, unless it's like a specific, you know, if you want like a Rebirth Flash or something else, like unless you want that specific one, grab one and I mean, check it out for sure. Avoid a lot of Mark's toy content because, yep. That's what happened with me and Pops. I got into Pops a little bit because of Bendable Tootsies, absolutely. No one is in the same league as McFarlane with figures for the price point, and you are 100% correct. I don't know what the normal price point on one of these is. I got it for the cheap. But again, for what you're getting, it's the real deal. It's not something that as far as a you know, you're not investing hundreds of dollars into this. What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on?
Chris,
Here
you
we-
What's going on? How you doing?
Oh,
What's-
both of us here.
I mean, do we plan it like this?
So we'll say a lot of Flash toys.
I mean, I was saying, like, if you're into Flash, if you're looking for a particular Flash, I'm sure you can have your pick at several.
I had I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can hear you.
sir.
I can hear you.
Unfortunately, yes.
I told someone asked me about Flash recommendations. I said just go to Mark.
Yeah, I was talking to him, dude. That was actually a great idea because he's looking for something that he can read with his 10-year-old. And Jeremy Adams' current run, like we had Jeremy on and talked to him. He was specifically thinking of his kids that are that age when he was writing this. You know, like it's
Wait,
perfect.
did Mark Cuddy Shark actually go to you?
Yeah, I've talked to him numerous times in the past. I've talked to him tonight already since he spoke to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, I was like, I mean, start with Flashpoint, obviously, for this movie.
No, not for his kid.
Uh,
I don't know if he mentioned that part to you. He wants to read it with his 10-year-old.
I think he may have said that, but
Go to the most
10
savage
years old.
story we can find.
10 years old. I was reading
Flash,
Spawn
yeah.
at 10 years old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good jump on point. My mind immediately went to this Jeremy Adams run with what he was doing with the whole Flash family. It's a great
That's funny.
introduction
He
to
actually
the
read
character.
it right away.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of weird that anyone took your advice as well.
Yeah. For DC, he's like Flash. This guy's a
This is the
cornball.
battle that we were
you
looking
know,
for.
there's
Let's talk about it.
He goes, hey, I know a guy that has like, he's like 40. He has like 18 Flash figures. You should go talk to that guy.
Yeah.
This guy right there.
Do you have a cosmic treadmill at your house?
Super slow, and there
Can
you
you
go.
imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better, we got him when we're 40.
What's up, Finn?
Hey.
He's like, Dad, can I have my flash
Look,
screen
I
back?
put transform.
Hey, there you go.
This I got Optimus is right here.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And a Gundam. Your Gundam robot.
My son's been really into his Transformers lately.
Yeah, he loves Transformers. We just got back from the new movie.
Which one is that one?
It turns into a truck.
Oh, is it Optimus? It's a different Optimus than we have.
Yeah, this is one from the most recent two movies before.
This is like a
The
modern
last two Michael Bay. It's Age of Extinction or Last Night.
That was the new movie. Or are you not allowed to say?
I don't know. Tell them what you thought of the new movie.
I loved it. Bruno is so wild.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, it was super solid. Like I'm a sucker for the Michael Bay ones. I'll admit that, no problem. But I think this might have been like honestly probably the best live action one they've done
Can we
yet.
watch the ones that this one is
Really
in?
better than the
No.
first one, even.
I think so, dude. It really does like kind of hit, and it feels like a first one, despite having Bumblebee, because that was kind of just Bumblebee, you know. But this feels like a first Transformers movie.
Is Bumblebee the best movie? Like outside of like your own taste, like Bumblebee as far as
I think if I had to be like objective about it, I think Bumblebee or the first one are easily the best of all of them. And it would kind of bounce between one or the other because the first one was set up good. And I know it has like some of the Michael Bay tropes, but I don't think that hurt the first one, especially for when it came out. But Bumblebee was just a well put together movie. It really was.
yeah, very surprising.
But I think for a Transformers movie, this one kind of delivers a little bit better than Bumblebee without losing any of like those important storytelling notes and without getting into the weeds where Bumblebee kind of spent a little too much time in the weeds with like the people stuff and all that.
Yeah,
This
the
screen
the-
too.
Transformer toys, if I'm being honest, never had a Transformer. Kind of jealous, and I was a bit mad at the folks who had Transformer toys because I always thought Transformer toy would be really cool to play with. So I wanted a
I
Transformer
had
toy.
I had one, and
Couldn't
it
do
was
it.
really well put together. And I feel like the ones that my son has are not.
Mhm. Yeah, I think years later, I believe I was at a Goodwill, and one of my boys found some modern car robot thing, and I was like, "Sweet, we'll buy that for $1." And I brought it home, and it was like missing a door. It was so pissed off. I was like, "What?" I thought I finally had my Transformer toy, and I put the thing together, and I switched everything around. It was missing a door, and I was like, "This sucks." It was so bad.
Well, it
Never
could
had
have been a Jeep. Was it a Jeep?
No, it was like a Lamborghini or something. It was like a modern sports car, but it turned into a robot. I mean, it wasn't a Transformer, but it was the same
It
thing.
was a robot.
Maybe one day. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? Got mainly GoBots as kids. Yep. GoBots killed.
I think it's so funny that Mark went to you right away. I was showing like, random crazy stuff, and then he asked me about the Flash. I was like, I don't know. Go to Mark. Go to Legion
How
of
long
Comics.
was he supposed to wait to make it acceptable?
Huh?
How long should he have waited before he went to me
Oh, I don't know. I think it's like he wouldn't have. I don't know if you had talked to him before. I don't remember him
Yeah.
being in like your mix. You know what I mean? That too. You know, like I've known him for a long time. Like
I try not to
way
have
back
a
when
mix.
Harry was
You know
doing
what I mean?
streams.
But you are in the mix.
Yeah, I try not to have a mix. Obviously, we're friends, but I like to keep myself
You
wide
have a
open.
mix. Everyone has a little mix, a little click. You know. You know,
I
like
like to
there's
think of myself
you
as
jump
more
into
DTF.
huh?
I like to think of myself as more DTF than having a mix.
Yeah, well, you're that too, but you know, you still stay at the same corner.
But I stay wide open in that corner.
Yeah. People have to come to your corner.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Mark.
can't come to someone else's corner.
Mark, I'll always be in your corner, baby.
Oh, I know that's right. You fit perfectly.
I'll always be in your corner.
Yeah, you change corners. Remy shows up, and then what's he gonna do? You know?
Oh man, look at this. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Forgot that one was back there. A lot of fun.
Mark, I don't think you were here for the beginning of the show, but I promoted a 15-minute video I'm releasing tomorrow. Alistair and I watched Superman the movie for the first time.
The Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. I got to watch in my
Oh, the
6-year-old
50
son's eyes. At one point, where Superman flies up to save Lois, my son raised his fist. He raised his fist up to mimic Superman. My heart melted. I was like, that was me. I was like,
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. You've got me. Who's got you?
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Like I noticed, I even got lost because I was watching the movie, and sometimes I look zoned out because I'm just watching his face as stuff happens. Like I wanted to see what his reaction was. It was wonderful.
I honestly think that I got feedback here.
I got you.
But I honestly think that one of the best acting jobs in a superhero movie is in that when Christopher Reeve is late getting to Lois in the car and he pulls her out and he goes through the range of emotion from determination to broken to absolutely just raging and just that scream, and he takes off. I'm like, oh, dude, it gives me chills every time, even thinking about it.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
Gene Hackman is awesome too. His legs.
Yeah, I had a microphone issue that I didn't realize till I was editing it. So there's the commentary isn't quite there, but again, you definitely see a lot of the oohs and the ahs, and that's what I was like, man, this is gonna be an experience. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. That comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll put it on there.
I remember probably one of the coolest scenes was when he was like a high school age in the beginning in Smallville when he's just running next to the train.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, how do they do that? I remember being the kid like, dude, how are they doing this?
You know what I was confused about? So I saw that. It's been several years since I've seen this. You know, they had the little girl on the train
that sees him. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Mommy, there's a guy running as fast as a train," and they're like, "Oh, Lois Lane, don't be silly." And I was like, "How young is she there?" Because I didn't know there was that much of an age difference. When they get when they're older, like Lois looks a bit older than he does. Like Christopher Reeve's in his prime there. She's a bit older than Lois, but she's a little girl.
Them Kryptonians don't age the same, I guess.
I guess.
No, that's why Power Girls had giant boots in 1976.
They're still perky.
Yeah, they're perky still.
Hey, don't start complaining now about that, okay?
I'm not complaining.
We're good. We don't need to
just I'm pointing out.
Yeah, that's
but I'm pointing upwards.
Now, that interview scene on the balcony for the first time when she asks him about her underwear kind of thing. And he's like, I can't see through lead, and the flower pot's made of lead. And then she starts asking him another question and walks out, and he interrupts her and says, pink. What? They're pink. And she just gets blushed. She goes, do you like pink? And he's like, I like pink very much, Lois.
Yeah.
God, what a gangster. That's why that big time foil, that pink foil, that's my favorite one they did. I mean,
You know what I love though? So when he meets Lex Luthor for the first time, and he's walking down that hall, and he's like hitting him with all this stuff, like anything he can hit him with. He's like shoots him
through the subway.
That doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's like tries to burn him, tries to freeze him. That doesn't work. Then he busts in there, and he tells him about the rockets or whatever. And he's like, "Well, there's a detonator. You know, you got to find that." And Superman starts like scoping out the room, and then he looks where he's sitting. He's like, "Oh, you think an iron box that you're sitting on is gonna fool me?" And he like throws him off of it. He's like, I would open that. Sure, don't be open it. I'm like, yes,
Nice.
gotcha, bitch. Like that was the one thing. Like, gotcha.
And then he sits there and partially drowns for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that you know what? That was a bit longer than what I remember. That was a bit drawn out there too. Like, come on, man. Help it.
I haven't seen it for years. I can't even remember it, to be honest.
Just sink head first for 2 seconds and let it fall.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's really good.
It is good.
Lex had a great plan. You know, California's taking too long. I got this.
Yeah. Let's speed things up a little bit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Is this
baby.
King Louis himself?
Spider
Uh-oh.
Darkness.
Is this
baby.
the funniest, most entertaining channel from 100 to 99
No,
subs?
baby, yeah. I don't know why I'm so dark up in this piece. Darkness is spreading, Charlie Murphy.
It's Shadow Freaky Louis. Shadow.
You guys are talking
Is it him?
Smallville and my boy Superman. I don't see this bad boy right here.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
bro.
Now we can see you.
Holy comic based.
That is what's up right there.
Is that
Yeah.
beautiful, bro? I had to get this. Come on. Look at this, guys.
That whole series was awesome too.
Hell yes.
I think
Was
Vendetti.
this one better than the Batman 89 one?
Yeah, I dropped the Batman 89 one, and you know I'm a shill.
Yeah.
That's your boy right there, bro.
That's
He
amazing.
hugged me. He freaking hugged me. He took the kryptonite from my hand. He's like, come over here, Lex. And that's my man crush.
Look how happy you looking.
I was like, he's my man crush. I was like, oh, I was like giggling like a schoolgirl.
Rub my head. Just for
oh
a
my
second.
god, so bad. Like, please, just one time.
Rub my other head.
Yeah, baby. That's all I wanted to show my friends.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
awesome.
drinking and I've been having fun. And when you guys talk about Flash and Superman, I had to jump in. But I'll say it right here, right now. Ben Reilly is a breakout star of Across the Spider-Verse. That guy had the best lines in the whole movie.
Ben Reilly was like the star, like that blue star from Super Mario.
And who?
Yeah.
Yes. Who was it doing the voice of him? I forgot. Someone mentioned
It's
it.
the guy from SNL that does the all the fun
That's like
stuff.
400 people.
It's Andy
Yes,
Samberg. Yeah.
yes, dude.
Right.
And you know who did the web slinger voice? Was the other guy, his friend on there, and he actually wrote a Spider-Verse comic with web slinger in
Is
it.
it Yorma Tacone?
No, it's a weird name.
That
But he's
wasn't
the
a
other
weird
guy.
name.
Yeah, he's the other weirdo on SNL.
He did
Oh,
say
John
no.
Smith.
It's a weird name.
Yorma Tacone does a lot of the writing for him. He's real good friends with Andy Samberg. He starred in Hot Rod with Andy Samberg.
Yes, that guy's hilarious.
I think
Yeah,
he
I think
played
that's
Taka
it.
in Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell.
Hot Rod was so good. Man.
Hot Rod is amazing.
Yes, dude.
We're drinking
That's
green
all
tea
my
on gosh
God.
darn day.
I had nothing else fun, but it's so fun to jump in here, bro. All my people are here.
Thank you. We're accepting dick pics as well. So if you want to show your penis before you leave,
Well,
you're allowed to. Just saying.
I actually am in the market right now.
So if you want to do some advertising,
For a good
What I
movie.
want, baby. All right here right now.
Oh,
Never mind.
Be better. That'd be better than every cover that Remy's ever showed.
Oopsie doodle.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Uh-oh. Well, I should show my dick and leave too.
That's that. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's a requirement. See, when you join the panel, you have to show your wang before you leave. So, sorry.
It's the opposite. Don't show your face, show your dick. Oh, we know you. Okay, cool.
What's up, K-pop? Again, I've said about 12 times, but everybody check out K-pop on Gary B's channel. That was awesome tonight. It was some great books that you were showing. Yeah, right here. Great show earlier. That was awesome. All right. Well, we were about at the hour, fellas. Unless anybody has anything else you need to talk about. Do we need to talk about anything else?
See,
No, I'm behind on Danger Street, so me and Mark can't just talk while you stare off into the wilderness. So
Yeah.
I got to
So
go
Mark's
into
trying-
this venue anyway, so I'm gonna jump off.
Well, hey, I
See
appreciate
you
you
later.
jumping on, man. Take it easy,
Yeah,
bud.
thanks. Later.
well, if he's leaving, I guess I should leave, right? Is that
I
what
mean,
we're
I know
doing?
you're trying to get me fired up with this part 2 Spider-Verse. You know, I can't help but when I'm flipping through Max, not HBO Max,
Yeah, just Max.
flipping through the movies because I'm not a big show guy. Going through the movies, I see Dune, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
So good. It's part 1, and it's so good.
I was like,
That
yeah,
movie really was
I
amazing.
remember this movie and all the hype behind this. When are we getting part 2? And you know what? Invincible season 2. What's up? Can we get something?
I think it's funny how like all the stuff that you're prone to enjoy is the stuff that is like this. Dune, Spider-Verse, Invincible. I think Invincible is the worst because Spider-Verse I think we're getting pretty quick, and Dune we're getting in just a few months.
I think I'm pretty sure you were the one that said they didn't realize what they had with Invincible. I think you had said that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, they had no.
I
clue.
agree. They didn't understand the Pandora's box was being opened. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
I think the timing was perfect for it as well, you know, because there's people were still at home and people by that time had burned through like binging all kinds of stuff, looking for something, and just just a little bit of momentum went a long way at that point. So I'm wondering if the second season will have the same success. I mean, a lot of people are going to come back to watch it, but
yeah.
I wonder if as many people will, or if those people are back to work or back to their regularly scheduled lives.
I'm wondering what happened to the team that created it in the first place. Like, why aren't they? You think they would have already had it? Like, that's what I don't get. You know what? I
did that
figure
boys
whenever
cartoon already in between. Because think about it, they did Invincible, and then they did a cartoon for the boys, like a little cartoon companion thing, a bunch of little shorts. So they have animators, and maybe they just broke the bank making that shitty Lord of the Rings show.
now they gotta wait. We gotta wait 5 years.
Get our money back up.
Hey, you know what's gonna happen? You wait 5 years, it's gonna be Heroes. You remember Heroes? That was it was like fantastic 2 seasons, and then you had to wait 5 years to get season 3, and nobody watched it ever again.
And then the writer's strike happened and ruined it.
Yeah, it was like the best thing, and then they were like, "Nah, you guys can guess how the show would be great if it ended properly."
Nah, I don't know about that one, Dr. Von Hoot. 3 years to make an animated show, not with how they do animation these days. Nope. They just AI this shit, man. They do the character designs, they plug them into the computer, and they just start running AI on it. And I know this because I was asking about the Into the Spider-Verse stuff, because it really, that kind of stuff, it doesn't like rent space in my head, but it bugs me. You know what I mean? So I went and looked for myself, and even they don't have a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of like how they animated the Spider-Verse movies, but they don't actually show you in them. They talk about everything but actually how they did it, like kind of stroking each other's egos. But they messed up and put one panel up on the screen, and I screenshot it. You've already seen it, where it says image from what was it, like the prediction machine? They called it their prediction machine, and then next to it, after we fine-tuned after the prediction machine, like, bro, that's AI. And the fine-tuned picture in your prediction machine looks identical.
It's a prediction machine, okay? Don't get it wrong. Don't call it AI.
I picture him with like some like 1800s Tesla looking machine, like a magic 8-ball in the middle of it, fueling the whole process. It's a prediction machine.
There's a guy at the end. He solves a Rubik's cube and then places the crystals inside of it, starts up, and the prediction machine fires up and tells him what it's going to do next. It's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't take Kevin Smith's He-Man. Well, that's like saying like someone shared a thing today where like it took 5 years to design and make Spider-Punk for the movie. No, it didn't. It took 5 years from one movie to the next with delays and all this and stuff. It didn't take 5 years to make him. You literally designed him and AI'd him. You might have spent this many years doing it, but not because you had to, because that's how long everything else took. They're so deceptive, man. When you actually stop, if you wonder about something, stop and go look and find out how hard it is to get a straight answer. And then when you find the answer, it's always so underwhelming. It's so prediction machine. F out of here.
Did you post that to your IG, or was that just in private chats?
No, I sent that into the conversation that we were having, and then the only time I sent it beyond that was today. I think Flo shared that public post was like, it took this many years to do the design and animation for Spider-Punk. I just put that like, no, it didn't.
Yeah,
no, it didn't, because these guys are just designing them and then AIing them. Because I was talking about, you can't switch between all those different animation styles all at one time on the screen, with half of it blurring in and half of it blurring out, still at 24 frames per second. Like you can't, like, that would take 20 years to make that movie if it takes 3 years to make He-Man. You know what I mean? Like that's not a thing. They're just running programs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with that. Like that Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe He-Man show, I agree, crazy good animation. Spider-Verse, I'm very impressed with like what they did, because one thing that they did that was unique is like they made it look real, because you know those lines on their faces. We put those there. We put like 2 crinkles on their forehead and a jawline. Good job, man. Like they were literally bragging about putting crinkle lines on their foreheads to make them look
Avatar
real.
Prediction Machine. That's the next Avatar movie.
Yeah, that's the next one, the Avatar Prediction Machine. I think that's part 4, actually, Tyler.
Yeah, we've got to wait 20 years for that one. That's 2 decades from now. Typically, when you reach that age, you're bound for a reboot. So maybe that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be a part 4. It'll just be a straight reboot.
This all out. Yeah,
it'll be something else. It's not going to be 3D. It's going to be 4D. Fully immersed. You will be able to walk around.
James Cameron's going to pay the theater staff to sit there and mist you with water at the right time in the movie.
Turn the heat all the way up. Turn the air all the way down. Blow a fan in your face. You can feel the wind.
Some dude just spraying you like a cat.
Flying around and you just feel the wind in your... Oh, man, it's great. It's a wonderful experience.
I think that's what something like that at the Disney park, because they have like the Avatar section, the Pandora section, but I'm pretty sure, like kind of like what the ET ride was back in the day at one of the amusement parks, where you sit on like a bicycle and there's like 3 other bicycles in your row and you kind of fly around an experience type thing. They have like an Avatar one where you're on the back of like one of the little dragon things, you know,
where you can fly on it.
I believe so, because I think that's what I haven't been. My daughter was telling me about it, but she's 15, so she talks really fast when she's excited. And I can only get like every 7 words, and not typically in order either.
I got you. It's got to piece it together after that.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle.
Well, now I want to do that. I want to fly on that.
I do too. It sounds fun. I want to go there and do the Tron Legacy thing. They have Light Cycle right now. I love Tron.
When I was a kid, I remember one year we went to Universal, and that shit was awesome. I mean, that was incredible. And we went to the T2 show.
Yes, that's
we went to Jaws, like all that stuff, and I mean, it was great. And just like it was cool because it was the experience of being in the movie, you know, and that was what I loved, was watching the movie. And so actually like being able to be immersed into that kind of stuff, it was a cool experience. But
I remember when how they have like the screen, the 3D, the actors that are moving in and out of it as well. That Terminator thing was amazing.
you went to the Terminator 2 thing as well.
Yeah, I remember
the robots come out from the side and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the T-1000's face comes out at you like a snake at one
Yes.
point. Yeah, but
Yeah,
when I've been to Universal one time, and when I was there, they had these roller coasters called the Dueling Dragons, because we looked up. This was like back in like MapQuest days, but they had those rides shut down. They were still standing, but you weren't allowed to ride them because they had just recently shut them down, taped the area off, and they were taking them down to build the Harry Potter arena place. Or
I
whatever.
got you.
So that's when I went. So Back to the Future, they had stopped that recently and turned it into like a Simpsons theme thing. It was like a 3D majigger.
Yeah, I went to the Back to the Future thing, and they also had Twister. I went to that.
Yeah, dude, that was cool. Like it was like being on a movie set, seeing like behind the curtain kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, that was cool too because it was different. So like you said, Twister they set that up so it was like being on the set. Whereas like Jaws, it was like, all right, we're gonna go on like a boat ride, and then shark's gonna come and attack you. Like you kind of have that deal. So
I can't remember the whole thing with it, but there is something there. But they kind of take you through the process. This was like early CG days, but like at one point they select someone out of the audience as you're going, and you sit there and they're like, now act like you're falling, and then by the end of it, they show you a little like 1 minute movie of what you kind of created as the audience.
Yes, yeah.
Act like they're falling, like got thrown through an explosion kind of thing.
Yeah,
really cool.
I forgot all about that. Shoot, man. Well, see, when I remember, so when I was a kid, we had the amusement park near us was it was King's Dominion. It was Paramount King's Dominion. That's what it used to be called, and they had all Paramount movie rides, and then eventually Paramount sold it, and so they still had the same rides, but they weren't Paramount movie rides anymore. So it was like so cheesy. Like they had to rebrand the rides, and they lost all that. And then it was like I remember like you would go there, and they would actually have movie characters and stuff like walking around and everything. And then again, when they dropped it, when Paramount dropped out, they couldn't do it anymore. It was just it was weird the way that they did that.
We were kind of Six Flags people growing up because it was like something we could like. That was like our legit summer vacation for a lot of years because we just leave in the morning.
Get like a season pass and just go every day. Like,
no, absolutely not. We didn't have money like that. We would take Coke cans that had like the $10 off thing printed on.
I got you.
Stuff like that, and we would just drive up there, hang out for the day, and drive home in the same day. But I remember for years going there, they one of the roller coasters was called the Mindbender, and this was before I was big enough to ride it. And then I can remember being young and them like investing in the DC aspect of their park because they were Warner Brothers and stuff, and they put in the whole Gotham show and everything. Like Batmobile comes in, zip lines down, and they rebranded the Mindbender and kept it the same name as the Mindbender, but just put the green question marks all over it, because like Batman Forever wasn't too far from that, and Jim Carrey with the Riddler. So yeah, what are you doing, homie? Just
all right, I'm gonna cut it off, sir. I appreciate you jumping on, though.
Yeah,
appreciate everybody for joining us in the chat. Again, thank you for dealing with a Let's Talk About It, an angel-free Let's Talk About It.
it's definitely not as
Stay
good.
tuned for tomorrow. We will release the movie review of Superman from 1978 in the eyes of a young man, 6 years old. It's wonderful.
Are you going to show him Superman 2, like where it really hits the fan with Zod?
You know what? If enough folks requested in the comments, if that's what they want to see.
I want to hit up one of those like Pakistani click farms to help me out with the comment section on that one.
So this starts out with the trial.
On trial, yeah, it's one movie.
You just
watched the part one.
I know, but but it did have an ending.
It did.
So I was okay with that. But when they showed the trial, and I cut that part out of it, but I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, this is so good. And I started getting amped up for number 2. So like when we got done, I was like, hey, what did you rate this? He gives his rating. And I was like, all right, well, maybe we could do a part 2. And he's like, maybe we could do a part 3. I was like, homie, we'll do all of them. We'll go through and do anything you want. Like, I'm excited because my eldest son doesn't care. He doesn't like watching this stuff.
I remember my dad, like my love of cinema definitely comes from my dad. And I grew up in a household where it was exciting to sit there with the VCR. And if we were home in time to be able to hit pause during commercial break. So when we had a recorded copy of something, we didn't have commercials in it. Grew up watching all the old Godzilla movies, black and white TV shows from back in the day. He watches all the Godzilla stuff. And like he prefers the older ones.
I want to watch the first ever Godzilla stuff.
The black and white one?
Mm-hmm. So you know the one with when Godzilla and Gears first meet each other?
Was that in Mecha Godzilla?
No.
It was before that?
Yeah, with the tippy first one.
He likes Anguirus, like the spiked turtle kind of thing.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, and Gears and Godzilla met and they fighted.
And what did Godzilla do to him?
Because you know how Godzilla attacks? He did the same thing. He might shoot fire.
Oh, okay.
And then Gears did the same thing. He must have kicked him in the butt with his horn.
Oh, no.
Tanks must have attacked him.
Always tanks in there.
Well, we're gonna cut it off here.
The monsters.
Again, sir, I appreciate you jumping on. Thanks for saying hello, Finn. It was good seeing you, bud.
Iron Man.
All right.
He's
All right. Let me find
In
something.
pajamas. Not real.
End this.
You can
Man.
use scissors and cut this.
Let's not do that.
No, I'm saying if you did, you could
All right,
do that.
we'll do something different this time.
Bar. Bye.
Time to roll to Chili's and chow down with my fucking boy.
Night, you cock slamming fools.
I do prefer the more sort of, I suppose you could call